Hello, hello, our War Council Army. It's so nice to see you guys again, and thank you for joining us. We are going to break down UFC 307, taking place this weekend in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, we are going to open the chats. Again, baseline rules, $5 minimum. If you want me to read your questions, please join in. Let us know what you're thinking about these fights. These are some really stacked fights, starting from the early prelims all the way to the main event. And I'm going to go ahead and hand the mic over to your host, Mr. Jamal Hill.
What's going on, Sweet Dreams Nation? What's happening? Yeah, as she said, we have a stacked card this weekend, a lot of action, very well put together matchups. Going got the UFC light heavyweight championship on the line. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. We're gonna go through the card. You know, I'm not really gonna spend a lot of time on the prelims. I'm more so focused on the main card and the main event. Give my thoughts and my takes on the fights from a technical aspect, from how I see it, as seeing as I've done camps for essentially for both of them. I fought Alex, started a camp for Khalil, that fell through. Kind of how we ended up here, but you know, we're gonna talk about it. We're definitely gonna talk about it, and we're gonna get off into it.
All right, so taking a look at the card, are there any ones on your early prelims or prelims you want to take a quick mention for?
Well, of course, I got to give a shout out to the former champion CARLA ESPARAZA. I believe this is probably her last fight with us in the UFC. She's had a great career, so she's going out fighting another legend in the fighter formerly known as Tisha Pennington, now the wife of the champ. So yeah, man, they got him on the early prelim, so we going out to her. Just a salute, shout out to her. You know, much love, always appreciation, things like that. You know.
You know what I just thought about is I remember when she started fighting. Like I remember I was watching it when Carla started fighting, and now,
like when she started in the UFC or when she started.
When she started in the UFC, when she came over and was on the show and all that, and now I'm watching this, and it's like it's crazy to see how long, you know what I mean? Like time just kind of went by. It seems like, I don't know. I just have like a memory of that. Oh yeah, and then on our prelims, so that's our early prelims.
For the most part, for the prelims, people that I did a breakdown. This Ryan Spann versus Oven St. Preux is a rebooking from a few weeks ago, so I already did a breakdown on that. So I've already given my thoughts on that. So I'm not really going. I don't have anything really to add to that. That fight still is what it is from what I said previously. We got a good fight with the Almeida and Patoria fight. That should be a good one. But I wanted to state the co in the main prelims. We got, what's her name? How you say
Mariana Rodriguez and
Mariana
Yasmin
Rodriguez
Lucinda.
versus Yasmin Lucindo. Yeah, this was gonna be a banger. All right, because for one, Yasmin comes forward. She comes forward with nasty attention. She's actually pretty quick. She's got good head movement. She slips and she rips and she throws good punches. Irina Rodriguez. We'll just call her Rodriguez.
Marina. Rodriguez.
Marina.
We'll go with last names.
We'll go with last names. Rodriguez has long arms. She's a Muay Thai fighter. She's got nasty elbows, nasty knees, nasty kicks. And I see this fight as a stand-up fight. I definitely see this as a heavy stand-up fight. And how do I see it?
Oh, you know what's interesting? Even though Rodriguez is taller, Yasmin has a longer reach. She's shorter than her. By an inch.
What we're going to do right now also, I just started the live just to let y'all know to tap in on the YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and end this live on the Instagram. I'm gonna, so y'all can tap in over. Y'all want to watch the breakdown for everything from Wonder Boy, from everything, that Pereira and everything. Come over to the YouTube channel. All right. So
Back on track.
right.
So yes, how you see that one going?
So the way I see this one is Rodriguez is patient. She's a little more patient than she should be for the reach. I believe she has a height advantage and a reach advantage in this fight. Well, she don't have the reach advantage. She has 3 inches of height, but she's giving up an inch in the reach department.
Yeah.
Which with Lucindo can play a factor. Like I said, she has good movement. She has good lateral movement, footwork. I'd give the movement and the footwork to her.
Yeah.
The head movement, she's able to slip and rip and land good shots. Combinations. I like her combinations, the way she puts those together. As I said, Rodriguez is more of just like a pop shot artist. She's just very singular in her shots, and she's not as active with her feet and with her movement. You know, she's nasty with the elbows. She does pour on damage once she lands, and I think from point A to point B, she might be the faster. She might be the faster one. So I think she might have the ability to actually get to the punches and get to the strikes first.
My pick is Yasmin. That's me.
Yeah,
I love the way she fights, and I think she has a bit. I think this fight actually has out of most the female fights on here, they might actually get a knockout or a TKO with the way that they throw.
Yeah. For the most part, I think Yasmin has the better forward pressure. I think she's the more forward fighter. So I think her coming forward is the best thing. I think she should try to counter, try to work on counter early. Try to hit her with a big shot early. Try to counter, discourage her from just trying to be fast off those quick strikes. Because I think her Rodriguez does have the advantage in the initial forward movement as far as the jab goes. She's got longer arms. She's gonna be able to get to her faster. Well, she don't have longer arms. She's taller, which that height does play into the reach as well. So I think her forward jab is faster. Yeah. So I think Lucindo should walk her down, try to put her up against the cage, put combinations on her, work the body to try to get her arms down. We've seen in the past, I forget exactly which fight it was, Rodriguez be hit with body shots, and when she does get hit with body shots, her elbows kind of stick to her sides, and then I think from there she'll be able to open up and find combinations to the head. For Rodriguez, she needs to play the outside game, sniper, try to find her shots coming in. Lucindo is gonna have to come to her to get to her because she's taller. She's taller, and she does fight more longer range. She does fight a little square, which is bad for if she does miss that initial shot forward that she needs to have to try to be first, right? If she misses that, she's kind of square, so she's kind of there for the combinations as well. But if she can stay, loose on her feet, bang, snipe, pick her shots, kind of pop shot her and pick her shots and catch her as she's coming in, and then maybe tie her up, put her down, and use those elbows on the ground. But like I said, she's got nasty elbows, Rodriguez. So I think that would be something that would be beneficial for her to get to, tying her up, even clinching, even in tight in the clinch, dirty boxing, elbows on the inside, knees, tie her up in a Muay Thai clinch, and just fight her in close and down. I just don't think that she should try to get caught up in a flow of striking and exchanging with Lucindo. Yeah.
I like that. All right, and I gotta know what you think about Buckley going against Wonder Boy. We know Wonder Boy is, what is he, like the second or third oldest UFC fighter in the roster, but he's fast, super fast. They do have Buckley as a favorite by -205. What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts on this one is it's a difficult one. While Wonder Boy is fast, he's quick. He's quick. I wouldn't say he's fast. I'd say he's quick. I'd say JOAQIN is quick also. His first initial movement, I think that's a lot of what threw Vicente Luque off, was that it was a lot of his initial, his fast, his back and forth, his in and out movement, and his ability to quickly get in and be in his face and be able to hit him and strike fast. Plus he has power. I'd give him the power edge, but in this one, he faces an uphill battle. He faces an uphill battle because of the footwork. The footwork from Wonderboy Thompson is precise. Mm-hmm. He does have those good small short steps to where he's able to turn and change direction and be able to pivot and come back in. So he can fight off the back leg, off his back foot. One thing that I don't think he's at the level that I don't think that JOAQIN has seen yet at welterweight.
Gotcha.
So I think that's a huge one. JOAQIN does tend to lunge. He does tend to lunge whenever he punches, whenever he does get in his shots. He's quick, he's fast. But whenever he does come forward, he comes forward and he lunges. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has feints. He has fast feet. He has quick lateral movement, and he's gonna have that karate kick, that side karate kick that can stop momentum and stop motion and stop him coming forward. So yeah, that's pretty much how I see like that as far as that going. JOAQIN also being able to mix in takedowns and things like that. He is explosive, but Wonderboy Thompson is not an easy guy to take down. We've seen how Bilal Muhammad had to grind him out. He had to put him up against the cage. He had to put him in a little bit of a blender of work and grind him down. That's not exactly how JOAQIN likes to grapple or how he fights. It's explosive. It's athletic. Mm-hmm. So for him, so this is how I see it. This is how I see how I see what should be done to win. From Wonderboy, it's maintain that distance. His path to success is going to be his ability to keep that range and keep clean distance and force JOAQIN to use his footwork to get inside, which he lunges, like I said, to force him into those lunges and try to, fast, quick pops and catch him on a counter, because Wonderboy can flow back and he can counter, and as well as he can be fast and he can be first, because a lot of times JOAQIN like leans and ducks. So if he is able to get him to sell him on some of those, maybe catch him on those, he's able to come forward fast strikes, fast twos, plus speedy kicks. For JOAQIN, I think JOAQIN has to get he has to get Wonderboy on his back leg. Because on his back leg, although he can fight on his back leg, he has less weapons on his back leg. He don't have to worry about the kicks that come over the top, the wheels. Which he can spin. He can spin and throw wheeling kicks on top. But that's what he should try to draw out. I believe he should try to draw that out. I believe he should try to draw out like that little hop kick and use just enough space to where he can draw back and then come back forward and use his blitz. I believe he should use his explosiveness and his entries on a counter basis, more so as him trying to be aggressive and look for offense in it. I believe he should use forward pressure and short, fast shots, like a jab, a touch too, at the hands and things like that, just to get things out in his face, to try to get Wonderboy to try to maybe get to that karate kick that he likes to the side. Because if you can time him on that coming forward, and you can get him, because the leg has to come down. He's on one foot. When that one foot comes down, he's vulnerable. So that's what he needs to play for, that timing and that distance and that right there. And I believe he can have some success there and land shots. The way that he's going to be able to get to his wrestling and his grappling is going to be based off of him being able to land on Wonderboy. So he's going to have to be able to hit him and then then use that explosive to explode to take away his first initial defense, because Wonderboy is going to use his hips. He's going to be heavy forward.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's
ready to go to the main card.
That's how I see that way, for sure.
I am. Okay, so we are starting off with our women's bantamweight bout with KETLEN VIEIRA, ranked number 2, versus KAYLA Harrison, number 3. Right now, they have the odds of KAYLA taking this one home. Jeez, it's minus 900. They're not playing around. What do you think about this one?
I think that this is an MMA fighters fight. It's an MMA fans fight, if you will. I think this is gonna what's gonna happen here may not be the most eye catching, but I think it'll be some really, really good technique and some high level things that I'm expecting in this fight. From KAYLA mostly. KETLEN style is I think for the most part, I think she really gets off because of her size. I think she really wins a lot of these fights just based off of her being physically bigger than a lot of women in this division. I don't see the like super athleticism from her. She's like kind of flat footed, stands straight up whenever she strikes. Not a whole lot of like crazy technique in the striking, but she you can tell she hits hard. You can tell whenever she lands, she definitely hits hard and she does some damage. I see KAYLA as having the advantage in pretty much everywhere except for just the natural power. The danger for KAYLA is she's not a striker. She's not a striker. She makes a lot of mistakes on the feet. She doesn't have the confidence of somebody who's really that's their domain. But she does have some strikes that are credible. We saw her throw that head kick up at Holly Holmes. We saw the jab and the cross, and things like that. So yeah. KAYLA's gonna be the stronger wrestler.
I didn't know they were the same height.
Yeah, KETLEN, she just looks really, really tall.
Yeah, she does.
She just looks tall.
Well, I mean, they're both tall. They're 5'8".
But it's just her
still.
build. Like she's just built at 5'8" that's not small for
right.
For a woman. But she's also got a 2-inch reach advantage as well in KETLEN. She she's really flat footed, man. That's the one thing that, like, just how straight up she stands, how straight up she fights. I think that's going to be a problem. I think that's how I see it for each one. For KAYLA, I think KAYLA can work the jab, can work her jab, can work a 1-2, nice in and out movement. I think her just flinching in and out and like that with a 1-2 and a jab and a that just bop jab 1-2 and sitting in with 1-2s, that with the threat of the takedown. I believe she can. She pretty much have her way in this fight. KETLEN, even for her to counter or anything that she would have to answer for KAYLA is going to be tough because of how straight up she stands. Like literally, her punches come from here, and they're not nothing that's really gonna sit or any of that. And then combos are just not a thing. So I think KAYLA coming forward, pop with combinations, blend into the wrestling to get it to the ground. She really doesn't have to get this. She really don't even have to get this fight to the ground. If she trusts her striking and she moves and she just trusts her footwork. She's the quicker, faster athlete in this one. So she's going to be able to that first initial that twitch forward. She's going to be able to hit her. She's going to be able to hit her. She's going to be able to pop her, pop shot her if she chooses to, as well as that mixes that with feints forward, and that she just put her in I believe she just has her way with her. For KETLEN, if she wants to do anything, I believe she's gotta sit and wait for KAYLA to come to her, because that's the one thing KAYLA's gonna do. KAYLA's gonna come to her.
Yeah.
She gotta wait for her to come to her, and she gotta land she's gotta land a shot. Use that size and that power to land something early. She's gonna have to land a shot on her early. She's gonna have to hurt her, cut her, something. And yeah, that's the only way I see like her having a shot in this. Is if she lands a shot on her early, and then
yeah,
they would have. Outside of that, I think she just gets worked.
I'm already reading some of these chats. Y'all are cracking me up. If y'all want to jump into the conversation, please enter a $5 minimum and let us know what you think about the fights. And I will read your chats as long as they are appropriate, because y'all like to fuck around sometimes. All right, our next one. Oh yeah, our middleweight bout. Roman, ranked number 10 versus Mr. Kevin Holland, number 15. Right now they're in favor of Kevin winning. Looks like, currently minus 162. It was 170 last week. What are your thoughts about these guys?
The blunt bro versus the guy, one of the guys. It's a good fight. It's a good action fight. You got Kev. Kev is a jack of all trades. You know, we seen him in his last fight submit a guy with the arm bar. We've seen him knock people out. Mm-hmm. So he's able to mix it up and do the thing. We've seen Roman knock people out as well, but we know his ground game is his bread and butter. He's got that top control. He's good at going for legs. He's good at he's good at just controlling and imposing himself in grappling exchanges. How do I see this fight? For Kev, the fight starts standing, right? So the fight starts standing. I think for Kev has to come out light on his feet, and very loose, very flow, but sharp and dangerous, right? So he's going to have to get. The first thing I think he should do is work the footwork. Get Roman into a space where he has to use his footwork. I don't think he should come out and kind of square up, do that little thing where you first y'all come out, y'all square up, and y'all kind of start sizing each other up, things like that. I don't think he should do that. I think he should more so kind of get on a bike from the jump and kind of make Roman come and find him with his feet, because the one deficiencies that I see within Roman's game is the footwork. He doesn't. He reaches. He lunges. And he reaches. You know, he's a big step puncher. So he says. So whenever that builds, and the thing about that is, whenever you step big, you step in to punch like that, you're just kind of that where you stand is where you are. Yeah. Right. So and that's the way he does it. So I believe if Kev can kind of get on the bike, get on a long jab, kind of pop that out, get in his face, and get him to kind of work from a distance to begin with, rather than just kind of right in range where he could possibly just throw big and shoot on him. You know, if that makes sense, that's my thought process behind it. Because in the pocket here, Roman can step, throw big, get him to cover up, and then he shoots for a takedown, and he can just kind of get him in a blender of work right there. That we've seen guys that at this weight class of this size be able to hold Kevin down, and even though they haven't been able to finish, holding a guy down can still get you a win, especially in a 3-round fight. So for Kev, yeah, he's got to get him. He's got to make the fight about footwork from the beginning. I think
that would be. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't that be kind of easy since he has such a long reach, Kevin? I think it was 81 inches. I think it'd be easy for him to not saying Roman's not going to try and take him down, but you know what I mean, to keep that.
Oh, 100% Roman's going to take him down. Roman wants to get this fight to the ground. It's too much danger standing up for him, right? Kev has flow. Kev has he has elbows. He's got knees. He's gonna throw. He's got a whole arsenal, and he's just got that. He's got that type of power that he can touch you and he can put you down, as well as Roman does as well. And Kevin hasn't been the most defensive recently in fights, because he has been hit before he landed the armbar on Ola Jacek. He was dropped by Ola Jacek. So there has been times where people have thrown big shots and they have found the opening. So in that, I believe he has to make it about footwork. So he has to get the one thing I think he can do to make this fight, make himself harder to be hit, harder to be taken down, and also give him an advantage to draw out a weakness is in that footwork. In that footwork, get him to make him come find you with his feet out the gate, you know, because it's not his thing. It's no Roman's feet. It's not his thing. His thing is kind of sitting in, and he's gonna throw. He wants to get you to kind of to cover up, and he, you know what I mean, he's a brawler. He's a banger. He's gonna come in. He wants to fight. He wants to make it a grimy, gritty, dirty fight. And I think that's what Roman needs to do. For Roman, he needs to get inside. He needs to get inside, land some shots, kind of get a throw big, swing big, whether it gets him to cover up or land and get into that grappling exchange and try to get him into that blender of work to just kind of grind him out, right? I've seen Roman get tired before, so I think the way for him to control the pace of this fight is to put his weight and kind of lean on Kev. He needs to bring Kev's energy down because Kev can carry energy and I believe he has a little bit better of a gas tank. So I believe he needs to wear on that gas tank. He needs to control the fight. This fight is heavily for Roman. It's going to be heavily dependent upon him controlling the pace of this fight and being able to get to him and get to that takedown and get him to the ground, or just put him in that blender of work to where, you know what I mean, he's got to work hard to get up, things like that.
All right, our next one this is going to be exciting. Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista. We got number 10 versus number 11. And right now they have Bautista by the favorite at -148. What are your thoughts on this one? They're both coming off of a win as well. Dang.
I see this
Jose's record's 32-8. Said, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, I see Mario as just like, bro, he's just like one of those tough guys. He's a tough test. He just comes and whenever you fight this dude, you got to fight. It's not gonna be an easy night at the office, fighting against Mario Bautista. Jose Aldo's a legend. You know what I mean? He is who he is. He came back out of retirement and put on an incredible performance against another tough prospect, and I forget what his last name, Martinez, but I remember the guy that wears the cowboy hat. So you know he's got a couple of tough opponents right out the gate. Mario's he's a come forward guy, come forward right in your face. He wants to get in there, make it dirty. Those heavy shots. He fights pretty fucking angry, if you ask me, and gets in there. He wants to grab you and wants to put you in a blender of work. Jose Aldo, the legend, one of the greatest strikers we've seen. Muay Thai, boxing, just sharp, nasty, dangerous, has power, good placement on his shots. Just was a dominant champion for years and a legend for a reason. He has to be on point with his strikes. I think the thing for Aldo is to establish that range first and own it. Own it with the jab, own it with his boxing, with his kickboxing, with the leg kicks. I believe he should definitely get into his leg kicks in this fight to try to batter up the legs and kind of slow down the pace of Mario, because Mario's going to come. He's going to come heavy. He's going to come with the pace. And I think that's what he should do. I believe he should try to see where that gas tank of Jose Aldo is. What has he been doing in that time that he retired? Mm-hmm. Even though we did see him go 3 rounds, but can he go 3 rounds of this? I believe just the pace and just the grind in which Mario works at. I believe that's going to be a test. That's the test here for real. If he can just go in and fight through that grinder, establish himself, and kind of set the pace, because that's what he's going to do. Aldo's going to have to set the pace in this fight. He's going to have to do that with his striking on point from a distance. Yeah, like I said, with all the strikes that I said, for Mario, he's going to have to get to Aldo. He's going to have to get him on the back leg, put him up against the cage, put him in that blender of work, kind of try to land it, enter with his combos. Like, he wants to punch So kind of get him rolling, but Aldo can roll and he can counter and things like that. So I think he's gonna have to feint, get him into like a highly like reactive state, and then start throwing some shots to get him to react to him, and then shoot in, get him, and then put him in that blender of work. Don't necessarily shoot in to try to get him to go down. Just make him work. Just make him work. I think if Mario can get him to working where he's not taking damage, because that's the big thing. That's my mindset with this when I'm saying he should get him up against the cage and work him like that, because I believe that's his best way of not taking damage, but also making Aldo work. Mm-hmm. He has to make him work without taking damage. It's going to be a difficult thing because like I said, Aldo's one of the best strikers of all time. But I believe, getting him in that blender work, I believe he'll be able to wear on him, and I believe he can slow him down and get him labor, because we know whenever Aldo gets out, then also when those labor shots come in, and I believe then Mario can actually then start using some of his striking, because he does have nice little catches, and he does have a little bit of boxing himself on his side. So I think, that would be definitely something that he should be able to get into.
All right, let's head on over to our co-main event for our women's championship bantamweight title bout. We got Raquel Pennington, who's our current champion, versus Julianna Pena, coming back after, what was the last time she fought? 2022.
Was that her last fight? Yeah, Amanda Nunes. She ain't fought since Amanda Nunes.
July 2022.
Amanda Nunes wasn't retired.
So, right now they have in favor minus 170 for Pennington to maintain her title. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Julianna is going to come back and take her crown? If so, how does that happen?
So, my thing is this, right? Usually, I like to go back and remind myself, you know what I mean, of fighters. I go back and I'll take a peek at like one of their recent fights and things like that to kind of. So it's kind of a little bit more sharp in my mind. I had no interest in going back and watching Raquel Pennington win the title. That fight was hands down one of the most boring, worst fights that I've ever seen in my life. It was no action in that fight. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't even know what to break down from that fight. It was really, really bad. But from what I do know about Raquel Pennington has got some power. She can throw pretty good and crisp strikes. She does have the ability to land a 1-1-2. So she can't, and power shots that can't put people down. Some reason she just doesn't do it. Like she, I believe she's gone to decision. It was decision last fight, split decision, decision. Oh, she got a submission in the second round against Macy. Decision. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point of being if her main thing is she has power, but she's not landing it, obviously, because she's going to decisions. You know what I mean? So where's the power coming? She's not just imposing her will on people on the ground, I don't feel. And if she's not doing it in a fashion that's worth, like, whatever. We ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do all of that. But the way I see this fight, Julianna is the favorite. Should be the favorite in this fight. Julianna should be the favorite in this fight.
Yeah, I was actually surprised when I saw the odds.
I believe Julianna is the better. She's the better grappler. I'll give her the edge in the grappling, but the The striking, I say, is pretty much about the same. It's about the same. Only thing I'd say as far as Julianna understands volume, or getting her face and and peppering. She understands peppering and beating you up, and I don't have to knock you out with every punch, right? So I think that's the biggest thing. That's gonna be the biggest thing in this fight. Julianna is committed. She does have pretty quick, fast. Look really weird and untechnical because her elbows are they're up in the way that she punches.
That shit looks like it hurts,
but
though.
she gets there. She gets there from point A. From the point A to point B striking, I'd have to her point A to point B striking. I'd have to give that to Julianna. I believe Julianna will be able to hit her a lot more than she'll be able to hit Julianna. And with that, I'd have to give the edge to Julianna because she's the better grappler. I see her as the better grappler. I see her with better cardio as well. She trains out in Chicago with Bilal. And yeah, man. I don't really have much to say on the other side, bro. Like I would like how do I see it? How do I think that that Raquel wins? Well, for Raquel, Julianna gets hit. She does get hit. All right. The one thing about like I said, the deficiency in the striking, if you can make her miss or you can time coming forward and she can slip and she can throw forward and she actually commits on the shot with the follow up, right? Like we'll put together more than one punch. If Raquel can put together more than one punch, we're talking 2 or 3 punches. Just 2 or 3. Just 2 or 3. You know what I mean? I believe that she has a pretty decent shot at catching Julianna, hurting her. And if she plays it right and don't just rush in, oh my, you know what I mean? Like how we see a lot of people do just and picks her shots. It's going to be about her being able to pick her shots. Can you pick your shots? You know what I mean? Can you pick your shots? Combinations, picking her shots. That's what Raquel needs to do to give herself a shot, a chance in this fight. For Julianna just get in her face, put her on her back foot. I believe if she puts Raquel and she's able to put Raquel on her back foot, which I think she can with the jab, with her jab, with her 1-2 right down the middle, just the jab. That's all she really needs. The jab, the 1-2 down the middle, and then that whenever she tries to step off, a hook, that, and be able to get into the grinder of the work of taking her down. As long as but honestly, as long as Julianna just keeps her on the back foot, just put Raquel on her back foot, she wins this fight, right? And she can do that with the jab and the 1-2, just being fast, right down the middle, fast, right? Just give her a little feint, 1-2 down the middle, fast jabs down the middle. I believe she puts it on her.
All right, and let's go over to our main attraction of the evening. We got our light heavyweight title bout with Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree Jr. There's a lot of talks around this one just because everybody's wondering, is Khalil the guy? Is he going to be the guy to take down Big Bad Alex? And if he does, what dangers is Alex facing with Khalil? What's the difference with Khalil versus other people that he's faced coming into this fight?
The one thing that I will give Khalil is brutality. The dude's brutal.
Ruthless.
The dude is ruthless. I mean, the dude is ruthless. That oblique kick that he hit Bukowskis with was not something that I would do to somebody, but you know what I mean. That's in his arsenal. We've seen him guys hit the ground. He's soccer kicking them. He's ready to inflict damage in any way, and I believe that's something that definitely gives him a shot, right? Like I said, I've done training camp for both of these guys, and
that's right, you did.
Yeah, I'm back to back this year recently.
Injury after injury.
And what I've seen, so like I said, Khalil has a shot. Now the reason for all the doubt and everything like that is because of one, he's ranked number 8. And we haven't really seen him against like top 5 competition. The top guys, the guys that have fought for the title or that are on the way to fighting for the title. And in fighting him, going back and looking at the fights, you gotta take someone with a grain of salt. Me personally, the one fight that sticks out, the Dustin Jacoby fight. He did not win that fight. I mean, let me be honest. Anybody who knows fighting, who watched fighting, knows that he did not win that fight.
That was a split decision.
It was a split decision. It was a split decision, but he lost. He definitely lost. But remember, he lost rounds 2 and 3. He possibly lost all 3 rounds of this fight. He was on the back foot. He was getting pieced up a lot in this fight. He didn't pick up on the stand switch. Whenever the stand switch was coming for him to switch back, he was just kind of flowing back. And whenever he was getting hit, he wasn't throwing anything back, right? So that's the one thing that I see with that, as well as he fought the Kyle Dawkins. The Kyle Dawkins was coming down from heavyweight. He's fought a couple guys that aren't in the UFC that maybe haven't even had any wins of prominence. Really, his last loss, the guy, was by decision to I forgot. I don't even know how to say this guy's name, but that guy kind of just stayed in his face, just was willing to just throw whenever he came forward. So how I see this for Khalil is the fact of when he gets hit and when you get in his face, especially a jab and things like that, from the way he stands, that Muay Thai stance, he's not him. He leans back. He's not in position to counter. So there's no real threat of a counter coming back at you. If you set up your shots, if you land, especially if you land clean, you land good shots, which Alex does. He's proficient at it. He's made a legacy of it in kickboxing and now in MMA from being able to land his shots. That's a huge problem. It also is the physical attribute. Alex is like 6'5". He's about 6'4" and a half, 6'5". He's got about like an 80-inch reach. While Khalil is sitting on the shorter end, closer to 6 foot. I believe he's listed as 6'1".
Yeah.
I believe he's listed as 6'1". He's closer to 6 foot with about a 2.5 inch reach disadvantage.
I know Alex is listed as 6'4", but he's taller.
Yeah, he's taller than that. I'm 6'4".
In person, he's
you know what
taller
I mean?
than
So
that.
he Alex, like we know we got with Alex. You got the powerful left hook. He's steady evolving his game. He's got the kickboxing. He's got kicks. He's got knees. He's got elbows. He's got a full arsenal of striking attacks that he can open up with. As we seen in his last fight against Yuri, the guy's evolving. The guy, he's getting better. He's getting more comfortable in the way for him to set up his strikes in MMA. And I can kind of get why we're starting to see that more now, and that confidence opening up, because he's starting to get more confident in the fact that he's being able to defend the takedown and be able to get back up whenever being taken down. And that starts that. Whenever you start to feel that, that's a whole new adjustment. That starts to open up things. So now things that were comfortable in kickboxing for him, he's going to be able to blend it in a lot better now in MMA, for the fact of he's not, you know what I mean, he's not scared of being taken down. Plus, he's getting matchups with people that aren't really interested in taking him down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a good matchup for him. I'm not gonna lie. This is a hand-picked, tailor-made matchup for Alex to keep rising in his star and all of that. And that's really how I look at this. But as I said, Khalil has a chance, and he has a chance with his brutality. The oblique kicks, right? Well, this is gonna be my what I feel will get it done for each one. All right. He has the fact that he stands southpaw, right? Mm-hmm. Regardless when Alex himself has already said southpaw is a stance that gives him trouble. All right. If we've seen in the UFC, if you watch the film, whenever somebody's standing southpaw and they have multiple weapons and multiple threats from southpaw, it throws him off, right? So Khalil's gonna have that, but he's coming in a little bit confident because Yuri tried the same tactic last fight, and he didn't really have the weapons in it, and it kind of. So he's gonna be confident. So he's gonna try some things, even with Khalil. So for Khalil, that oblique kick, I'm gonna be honest with you, the oblique kick is going to be money for Khalil. That lead oblique kick, stumping at the leg, chopping at that leg like that. I don't think he should try to turn over. As I said, he has a deficiency with his footwork. He's kind of rooted in the ground like that, so he's not really a counter striker when he gets hit. And if he throw in, Alex is used to checking kicks and all those things, or sliding, just so he has the footwork to be able to slide back and just make a miss. And if he does that, he's gonna push him back, and he's gonna look to put combinations on him. So Khalil's gonna have to use that oblique kick, that stump kick. That his lead leg is going to have to be very, very active in attacking Alex's leg and teep kicks to the body. Those push and teep kicks to the body. I believe his early on energy should be expended trying to get that, because with that he'll also Alex will be a little bit more timid to sit in and come forward in his leg. He's gonna make him have to kind of switch, shift, and hop around. You kind of can take away his footwork a little bit if he's able to land that kick, or at least make him fear or respect that kick. I believe from there, if he can get that done, he'll be able to get him on a bike, right? You can get him. Now you can start to get him on a bike. Now you can start to kind of walk him down and trace him and get him hopping around and moving back and forth, and be able to put him up against the fence where you can land shots. And Alex is hittable. We've seen it in his fights. We've seen it in every fight. He's hittable. He can be touched. He can be clipped. And we've seen Khalil has the power to clip guys and put them down.
Right.
So I believe he should use the teep kick and the push kick to essentially get Alex back up against the cage, and then from there he's gonna have to unload. He's gonna have to sell and then unload his combos and try to put his work together from there. But he's gonna have to be technical and smart with it, because he's the ability for the possibility of being countered is there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah, I believe that. I believe that oblique kick and that teep kick to the body is definitely something that he should look to do. For Alex's game is kind of wide open here. I believe Khalil will use the oblique kick. I believe he'll use it as much as he needs to. Probably not. But if he does, jabs. Alex just has to be fast. He has to be fast. That jab that he does to the chest. Like I said, this is a tailor-made matchup for Alex. His forward pressure is a lot more present inside of the cage than it is on film.
Yeah.
Right? So Khalil's gonna feel that. He's gonna have to adjust that, especially with him not being as tall. Alex is going to have to do combinations. The one way that he can give Khalil a shot, because even anybody, it's a fight. If anybody is one shotting like that, like the jab to the body or just one heavy kick and things like that, if a guy blocks it, he's going to be able to counter, right? He's going to have the ability to counter. The way for Alex to minimize that and take that away is be fast and throw and enter in with combinations, right? So a jab, feint, jab, bang, bang, and enter with combinations. I believe if that jab to the body, that body jab from Alex is going to be how he kind of gets in and sits in. From there, I believe that he's going to go body jab to the body. From there to work his combination up to the head to possibly find that left hook, or even a right straight is there too, as well as a head kick. Knees up the middle, like he's got everything open for him in this. But I believe it'll start off of him just making that initial contact, like whether it be that little the lead chop kick or a teep kick of his own. I believe a teep kick of Alex's own would be highly effective and beneficial, and would provide a huge like handicap for Khalil is if Alex decided to start going into like a teep kick or just putting heavy kicks on him to make him cover up. If Alex is able to make him cover up and become stationary and get in position where he can throw combinations, it's gonna be a short night for Khalil. And he doesn't have to do this, and he don't have to do this early. If Khalil's gonna try to sit back and be technical with Alex, Alex can just use that pressure to kind of bully him around the cage, and Khalil gets tired. He gets tired fairly quickly. Is he doesn't have the greatest cardio, the greatest gas tank, and we've seen Alex be able to finish a fight in the 5th round after going to war with the Izzy and other guys of like that and of that caliber. So yeah, I believe that's pretty much how I see this fight. That's pretty much how I see this fight. Khalil has a chance. He does have a chance within that brutality, within some of the techniques that he does well. Thing is, how is he going to come with them? How is he going to use them? Because everything else is pretty much working against him in this fight.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Before I ask questions, I don't see any major questions in the group chat, but I do see a lot of reoccurring questions that I think would be good to ask you. Do you want to run through your picks real quick, or are you?
You got the super. Oh, you got super chats, right?
I don't think we have.
I think I had one. I think we had one.
Oh,
got one up real quick.
Let's pull it up, Mr. One. All right, Jonathan. I hope I'm saying this right. Villafane, maybe. Thank you for joining in. It says, met you at the Fan Expo in Anaheim. Cool ass dude. F the hate, favorite light heavyweight currently.
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate that. You know, hey, it's just the world we live in. It is what it is nowadays. You know, yeah, people are strange. People are different, but it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I'm all good, and I appreciate the support and I appreciate the love. I love the love.
Thanks, Jonathan. By the way, Jonathan, the hate is usually just online. Because anytime,
never in person.
Anytime we go anywhere, anytime in person, it is red carpet, amazing. Oh my God, I love you. Tears, shaking. Yeah. It's great. Everybody's pretty wonderful, actually. Oh, we had a couple more that just popped in. You see those yet? Sunchild, get well soon, champ. I don't know if that's supposed to be emoji. Oh, fire emojis. Hashtag sweet dreams.
Appreciate you. I'm working on it, man. I'm grinding. Working every day. Can't wait to be back. And yeah, man. I can't wait.
All right. One of the reoccurring questions that I saw on here, if you can tell us, we want to know what's going on with you. We're going to see you back in there anytime soon? Are you reading chats?
Yeah, 100%. I just want to make sure that I'm 100% next time I fight. You know, with how everything's gone in the last year and change, almost 2 years, I think the best thing right now for me to do is to make sure my body's 100% ready, 100% good to go, and yeah, the best version of myself shows up because I feel the best version of myself is the best in the world, and that's what I want to come. That's how I want to be, and that's what I want to present to you guys whenever I'm out there. So I'm taking my time right now. I anticipate to be back beginning of the year. I was aiming at December. December is, but we're looking at the beginning of the year, January. You know, I'm not too long off from returning.
And you're healing up well.
I am healing up well. I am healing up.
All right, I think we have another one. Couch Coach. Oh, that's a cool name. Yo, just checking in, champ. Can't wait to see you back in action. Get that belt back.
Appreciate you, brother. It's already on the way. I'm just letting everything just work itself out right now, and I'll be back. I'll be back soon. I'm enjoying life right now, though. I'm really enjoying life. I'm enjoying just just everything. You know, sometimes it's good to sit back and reflect and be appreciative of the position you in, as opposed to where other places that you've been in life. I'm doing that, and I'm taking my time, make sure I'm doing everything right. So the best version is next.
Yay!
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some picks on the way out.
For the main card?
Yeah, we can go to the main ones we talked the main one most about. The Rodriguez Lucindo fight. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna go with Rodriguez. I believe that, although I like Lucindo, I believe Rodriguez just the experience and the physicality, I believe, is just gonna truly be on her side. I believe that she's gonna I just see the range being a problem. I just see the range being a huge problem. I believe that she's going to be able to land good shots as well. She's going to get hit as well, but I believe if they actually tied up and they go to the ground, I believe she has the advantage there. I believe she has more ways to win.
Ooh, I got Lucindo on that one.
JOAQIN Buckley, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. It's a tough one because it's my bro. It's my bro in this fight, and it's a hard pick. I believe he has an uphill battle in this one. I believe he can get it done. I believe JOAQIN can get it done. Now, if y'all, as far as betting goes, don't bet. If it's one of my bros in it, do not bet on the fight based off of my advice. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna tell you how I see the fight, and you can take. My breakdowns will be honest and true based off of what I see in the fight. But just like the whole, bro, just pay attention to the breakdowns, bro. I ain't picking one in this one, man. KETLEN VIEIRA versus KAYLA Harris. I'm definitely going with KAYLA Harris.
Same.
Roman Dolidze, Kevin Holland. Like I said, it's the same. It's the same. Obviously, I'm going with the blunt bro, Kev. But I truly do believe that he does have the striking advantage. But I believe that the grappling deficit in this makes it a very, very toss-up fight. So, but yeah, like I just said, I revert back to my previous statement. Jose Aldo versus Mario Batista. My bad. I'm gonna have to go with Aldo, man. He keeps surprising me. I believe his ability to find shots will be there. I believe Mario can be hit. And I believe even in that blender of work of him trying to force over first and overexert himself into that work and try to just impose himself on Aldo, he's going to leave some openings that Aldo will be able to take advantage of. So I'm going to go with Jose Aldo. Raquel Pennington versus Julianna Peña. I'm going to go with Julianna. I believe Julianna's going to be, like, for the reasons I said, I'm going to go with Julianna.
Me too.
And then the main event, I'm gonna go with Alex Pereira over Khalil Rountree. Yeah. So I'm gonna go.
All right.
Hey yo, appreciate y'all tapping in. I just wanted to come in, get this out real quick. You know, giving my thoughts on this. I'm actually headed out to Salt Lake tomorrow, so I can be there. I can watch it live, take it in. You know, both of these guys I see as possible future opponents. We already know Alex the future opponent, 100%. 100%. We running that shit back. But Khalil, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. So yeah, I appreciate y'all tapping in. Hey man, it's the fight business. It's all love. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for what happens in the future. Can't wait to be back in front of y'all. This what happens this weekend definitely plays a role in my future in the fights and things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely tapped in. I can't wait. I'm excited. Appreciate y'all. Love always, Sweet Dreams Nation. Give it up for the beautiful Adair.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can keep up with what we have going on.
And we out.